just away, girl. So I have a few, for those Ninjago fans out there, since I'm like a huge Ninjago fan, I have a lot of questions, and I wonder if any of you out there down in the comments or anyone want to be a part of my YouTube community would be like, to be besties, would like help me answer these or figure these out. So I wrote down a few, or a little more than a few, but I think that's probably all I'm gonna do tonight. So let's get to it. So how did Zane get his elemental power? I don't know how because he wasn't born up from an elemental master. He was created and cared for by Dr. Julian, his father. So how does that compute? But the Master of Ice before him was like an old man, kind of had a little mustache, kind of like some white, almost looked like Morrow's hair, but like it was white, or like the Surfer Duke hair I had in a 1.5 mock video I had of Animal Crossing, or ACNH, right? Yeah. Is that how you say it? I guess so. And then question two, yeah. Does Zane ever age, is what I mean. By age, like in the show, if you've seen references, if you have watched Ninjago for the longest time, I've been watching it since it came out, so he did somehow the mega weapon in season, what's it called? Return of the Dark Lord. Zane turned into a kid, right? Original white, basic white Zane, no gi on, but he did still have his gi, his current gi in the beginning stages of Ninjago, Ninja Heroes. And then there's a couple moments in further on in Sons of Garmadon season, I believe it's season 6, I believe. I could be wrong. I'll have to look it up for reference. But however, he also looked like a kid still. And then, however, somehow if you look in Possession season 4. There is, however, a time he looked at his reflection, right, and he looked older. He had like the old Nindroid. I didn't think androids or Nindroids could age, but he said he does not age. But however, he aged. He looked like he already got a low chin indent there, and he got some more in-depth elderly lines. But yeah, that's what I mean by does he age or not? And question 3. Will Jay ever meet his real parents, as in Cliff Gordon, and I don't know what the mom's name is, but I know it's Gordon something. But that's how Jay received his elemental power from his mother. However, his father is the famous actor who played Prince Donegan. That like movie character, a ninja and space show of some sorts. Okay. Well, his mom died. His father couldn't take care of him. He just wanted to live the star life. I don't know. Did something happen to both his parents? I do not know, honestly. Okay, moving on. Question 4. Will the OG ninja, as in Jay, Cole, Zane, Kai, Nia. That's pretty much it. No, wait, there's 6. And Lloyd. Scratch that, because Lloyd's my favorite one. Love Lloyd. I love him. But the point is, will they marry their girls? Here's my theory on this. I mean marry as in like, have the next generation of elemental masters, because I know, however, Lloyd's family has a long lifeline and legacy, but there's only like 3 generations, and that's not a lot for like thousands and thousands of years considering the Ninjago timeline. So I wonder, will he ever marry Harumi? I think that's those two pair. I know, however, Harumi had an interesting background of being the twisted Jade princess who happened to be the quiet one as a villain. And then, of course, Zane and Pixel, Skylar and Kai, and of course Cole and Princess Vanya, or Queen Vanya. Technically, she became the Queen of Shintaro, but however, in the show she was still called by Cole Princess Vanya. And of course, the last 2 ninja, you all know them, you all love them, Jay and Nia. And of course, however, the new ninja, they're Wildfire and Ropey. Is that his name? Ropey? That's an interesting name. Yeah, that's it. But we're talking about the OG, as in the 6 of them, plus Nia. Technically, she's OG. In a way, in sorts. Will they? Will they not? I don't know. But I feel like that's their girls. There's Princess Vanya, Nia, the Master of Water, Pixel, Skylar. Am I forgetting someone? As I say, you can look back in the video for reference, but anyway. This Pixel. I guess that's about it because there's only like how many guys in the ninja? Alright, Lloyd. Harumi. Harumi's one. Alright, let's see here. How can dragons be ninjas? How can dragons be ninjas? Like, that doesn't really compute with me because, like, ninjas have elemental powers, right? And ninjas can do spinjitzu, and they train at the monastery of spinjitzu, or wherever they're at. Always with Master Wu, right? Or at sometimes Sensei Garmadon when he was a good guy. But anyway, how can dragons look like ninja? Or become ninja? Sure they were people who were the first things of creation, but I'm scratching my head going, oh. No? Okay, moving on. What's Lord Garmadon's first name? I mean, Lord isn't really a first name. It's a title. It's a villain title for him. So what is his first name? Is it just Garmadon? His first and last name is just Garmadon, or as in he just simplified it to make it Garmadon? What is it? What is it? Because I don't know. Okay, question 7. What is, because I never mentioned that in the show, what is Master Wu's and Lord Garmadon's elemental powers? I have a theory on this. So, Garmadon has a purple spinjitzu, right? Lord Garmadon, I should say. And Master Wu, or to Lloyd, Uncle Wu, is, or just Master to him, because when he was little, he only called him Uncle Wu once, or twice. In the first series, Rise of the Snakes. So, yeah. So I'm trying to think. I think since Sensei Wu has a golden spinjitzu, while Garmadon has a purple, dark, glittery spinjitzu, I feel like Wu has creation while Garmadon has destruction, since he is a destructive kind of guy, while Wu creates in some way, I think. Well, creates and shapes minds of better ninja, I would say, is a form of creation. Okay. Let's see here. What else do I got? Question number 8. What did the first Spinjitzu master look like? We all kind of have an idea what he looked like, so I might build a Lego figure to figure that out. Or you can check on YouTube to see if you find videos of what he looked like, because honestly, I kind of do know, but this is just a question for you guys for fun. This is something I already kind of know what he might look like to me. But yes, he does have. It's not just the first Ninjutsu Master. It's Sensei Yang. His literal name is Yang. And question number 9: Did Master Wu and Lord Garmadon have a mom, and what would her name be? Because they always mention the dad, right? But they never mention a mom. So it's kind of like, since he created the world, since I'm a Christian, and like I said, God created the world and the first two people, like, as if, and then the rest of, and then they had children and more children. Like, is that how it worked? I don't know. I guess if the father created his boys, and then he created Ninjago using those 4 elemental weapons, long before time had a name, the first Ninjutsu Master created Ninjago using 4 elemental weapons: the sword of fire, the shurikens of ice, the nunchucks of lightning, and the scythe of quakes. It's very legendary, and I like to say it a little bit on the dramatic side because it is a very nice lore, the way they say it, all cryptic and cool. So number 10, will the Time Twins ever return to Ninjago ever? Like the new series of Ninjago, it's not just called Ninjago anymore, it's actually called Ninjago Dragons Rising for all the previous series that are out right now. Number 11, I have to be quiet because it's pretty late at night and I am doing this. Why the opposite for the Shadow Dragon of Chaos had to be Focus, the natural enemy, quote unquote, to say, because I don't feel like, sure, it has a nice ring to it, it sounds to the ear, the word sounds right, but the opposite of chaos, that's not right at all. I would say, what's a better word? What's against, if you're thinking about real life and you're thinking, what's the opposite of chaos? It's peace, right? Or harmony, or what would be a cool name for a dragon for Ninjago for the lore to be awesome would be like not coexisting. What was it again? Consequent, as in like in harmony or whatever, and all those other words that line up with that. I feel like that would be cool. It does have a nice little Ninjago flair to it. It's just, I don't get why it had to be Focus for the natural enemy of chaos, of craziness in Ninjago. I don't think that's right. But whatever. Well, but the cool dragon though, I really like the dragon. He looks amazing, but seriously. Will the Overlord ever come back? Question 12. Will he come back? I mean, I feel like 3 times the charm. There was 3 ultimate. There was sure a so-called final battle, but they had 3 previous battles with the Overlord. 1, or technically 3.5, I would say. No, that's the same chapter, so technically 3 battles. 1 was with the ultimate Ninjutsu Master, or other words, the legendary Green Ninja turned to the Golden Ninja as his true potential. And no longer the Green Ninja. Technically the Golden Ninja. And then 2nd was the Digiverse. Digiverse and how he escaped the Digiverse, or should I say internet world. Escape the computer, I would say, would make more sense to simplify this. And then, however, physical and still absorb Lloyd's power with some very complex tech. And third of all, crystallize. They had a crystal army of Vengestone crystal warriors, and 5 of the top villains from all the shows, I guess, that end up basically being Harumi's squad, I guess, the Overlord squad. Mechanic, Bleach, Pythor, technically it's just Pythor, P. Chumsworth, and the last remaining Anaconda, Aspira, former queen and evil sorcerer of the Serpentine, Mechanic, and Harumi. And new model of Mr. E, but sadly Mr. F, but still doesn't talk. Alright, let's see here. What else today? I think he's definitely dead. I don't think they're gonna make him come back again because they literally destroyed him. You know, however, in the show, for these references, they say the Overlord can never really be destroyed because when there is light, there is darkness. It's kind of like a yin and yang, kind of a Eastern religion kind of vibe I'm getting from this, because they said that the Ninjago was split into two, I would say. As if it looked like a yin and yang, like a white and black circle within circles. But squiggly, with like, not squiggly, I mean like, what's it called? Paisleys, you know, those swirly paisleys you find in the bandana. That's what it looks like if you describe the shape and the color. It's just a basic black and white monotone, you know? Or W, or BW, W, B and W, you know, in those picture formats. Oh, excuse me, moving on. Question 13. Did Rojira really get destroyed? I mean, did she? I mean, we all saw in Seabound, right? I'm pretty sure that was what it was called. Season, and like Secrets of Spinjitzu season 2 of that. I'm pretty sure she did, because basically she was from ancient times, and however Nia, instead of put the Ojira to sleep, she literally like destroyed the wave amulet, and however her other amulet that was stuck in her head, the storm, as in like the power of wind, but they called it storm. Okay, bear with me. She destroyed that one, and the other one disappeared with her. And you did see, however, Wojira disperse into like this purple, electrified, glowy stuff, and then just disappeared into nothingness, you know. So I'm pretty sure Wojira is gone. That's a good thing for Ninjago. But really cool if you want to make your own. I like try to buy the Lego set so I can like show you guys. And Overlord will probably not be coming back anytime soon. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed. And guess, yeah, if you're asking, these are my natural lips. They used to be really red, like ultra lipstick red, but now they're like ultra pink. You know? Okay, next question. Question 15. Did Master Wu die? I have heard he didn't die, even though the ninja think he's gone. They say it doesn't feel right. If it doesn't feel right to them, he's probably not dead. He's probably, I don't know, maybe he's trapped in a weird realm somewhere. Maybe he's lost. Maybe he's trying to find his way home. But how would he send a message in a golden ghost form? I don't know. Okay. Well, I don't want any spoilers, but I guess I can't wait to find out. Question 16. How did Master Wu cause the merge? I mean, he doesn't have that kind of... I mean, sure, he's the son of the first Ninjutsu master and Lloyd's uncle, and an elemental master of sorts, but how does one cause the merge? If 3 energy cores, because the first Ninjutsu master saw the merging of the 16 realms squishing together into like one big crazy mess, like all attached to each other. Like, How? Was he the one who stole the dragon cores? Or that were supposed to kept sacred at the secret temple that his father has built to keep everyone safe? I mean, what? I don't think Master Wu would do something like that, honestly. And question 17. Will Eren ever get an elemental power? I think it's possible he does have an elemental power since, because he didn't get taught spinjitzu. He had a pretty basic spinjitsu. Wonky spinjitsu. Let's just call it that. However, if you are into looking for the clues in the show, apparently, or in Lego sets when you go to the Lego store, apparently in a Lego set, right, in his Dragon's Rising technique, Lego set there was, I didn't realize who was the figure in gold, all gold. I thought it was Lloyd, but apparently on the package it said Eren. So do we have a new... So here's question 18 for you guys. Will there ever be a new golden master, or master of creation, or gold? Elemental power of gold? Is that what that is? I don't think so, because I remember in quote, I don't remember the full quote, you can move the gold ultimate sensation power of the golden master. The golden power must be protected. You can protect it and people will want to hunt you down for it. Or you can like tame seas, move mountains, as I quote from that show. And basically, like, yeah, it's so crazy. Like, you know, I feel like that power, if I would have a name for it, I would call that creation, because you're basically taming seas, moving mountains, and making it into a Lego shape, like when Lloyd saved his dad from when he fell off the mountain. So that is pretty interesting indeed. I thank you guys for watching. I know it's kind of been long. Will I dig the truth for these answers, or will we see what happens in the show? I don't know. Smash that like this video, and please subscribe. I really would appreciate it. And if you want more like this, to see more like this, or give me suggestions of what I should do for videos like these and more, put in the comment below down there. See you guys in. Bye, K fans. Go out.